What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel, check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want to speak on this Las Vegas Aces versus the Indiana Fever, right? And you got Aliyah Boston going up against Asia Wilson. This right here, I think is going to be a great series right here. You have two young ladies from South Carolina. Asia Wilson played at South Carolina. Asia Wilson came out. I think Asia Wilson been in the league about 8 years. Aliyah Boston been in the league. Probably this is her third year in the league, and she's improved every year in the league. And we know about Asia Wilson, right? She just recently won her fourth MVP. She's sitting on two championships. Her team has won like the last what 18 out of 18 out of 17 games. I mean, 18 out of they won the last 17 out of 18 games, and this series is going to be good. Indiana had a good season. I thought that I didn't think they were going to beat the Dream, but they upset the Dream, and now here they are going against the Las Vegas Aces. This going to be a heck of a series here. I'm looking forward to see what Aliyah Boston can do with Asia Wilson. Right. This is to me. I mean that's a tall order. That's a tall order. But I think Asia Wilson and Aliyah Boston going at each other. Like I said, it's going to be a good series, and I'm glad that this is a 5-game series. I don't think I don't think the Aces are going to sweep the Fever. I don't think that's going to happen. I think that's out the question, right? I think, as a matter of fact, I think it's going to go 5 games. Now, who's going to win in a 5-game series? I'm gonna give the edge to just because Asia Wilson is in my opinion, she just on a whole different level from all the other the big low post players in the league. I just think she's on a whole nother level, right? And if it's any kind of close, if the series come down to the last 2 minutes, I think that dog in Asia Wilson is going to kick in. You know, I just think that Asia Wilson got a little bit more dog in her than Aliyah Boston. But I'm looking forward to it. I think Aliyah Boston is really going to need a lot of help from Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell is going to have to play out of her mind this series. You know, she's going to have to play like she's going to have to be the one who had that killer instinct and really going to have to. She's going to have to punish. I, and as from a scoring standpoint, I think she's probably Kelsey Mitchell is probably the best scorer outside of Asia Wilson, right? I think as far as scoring, she's probably going to be the number one scorer on the court behind Asia Wilson. So she's really gonna have to turn it up this series. I'm just looking for Aliyah Boston basically to be solid against Asia Wilson, and don't really let her get off like have like a 40-point game and like 10 rebounds and stuff like that. She can't let her dominate like that. She got to be able to at least Aliyah Boston got to at least be able to hold her to a point where as though they can keep it close. And then that will allow Kelsey Mitchell to do her thing, whereas though, it's this going to be a tough call though. What advantage I do think the Indiana Fever have is the Indiana Fever can run, right? And that's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to run that court and make Asia Wilson work at both ends, because in a half court game, I think the Aces will dominate in a half court game. No question about it. They're dominating the half court game. So the Fever are going to have to run, and they're going to have to get some steals too. They're going to have to turn over those guards for turn them over, get some easy baskets probably. But if they get slowed down, I don't think they, in the half court, I don't think they're going to be able to stick with Asia Wilson and the Las Vegas Aces. And see, that's how a lot of times playoff ball, basketball is, right? Playoff basketball turns into a half court grind, like they just try to grind it out in the half court. And that's the Aces' strong point. Like they like to grind it out. So we'll see. That's what's going to have to happen. If the Aces going to have to, they want to slow the Fever down. The Fever want to speed them up. Now, which one can impose their style of play, like impose their will on the other one, will have a better chance of winning. I don't see that. I don't see the Aces winning in an up and down type of situation with the Fever. I just don't see it. I think that at some points, yeah, it's not going to happen like that. So, yeah, this is going to be a situation where whoever play their style of basketball is going to be the one to win. And so you got the running gun versus the half court, the half court grinding out type game with the Aces. And those old players on it, you got what's her name? Gray. I think her name is Gray. she, she don't want to run anyway. That really, like I said, the Aces are a team that don't want to run. And so that's really, in my opinion, that's the only chance I think. That's not the only chance, but that's where their advantage is for the Indiana Fever. They got to get out there and just run. That's how that's the way they're going to have to be able to beat them. But playoff basketball is not that. Then on top of that, these referees allow these young ladies to play physical, right? And so again, in a physical game, that also works in the Aces' favor because they are the more physical team. They are the veteran team, and they can they can impose if in a physical game, they'll be more likely to be able to impose their will on a Fever. And I think this series is going to be physical. So, I'm looking forward to it though. But I do want to see that matchup because Asia Wilson, Aliyah Boston is really going to have she's going to have to really turn it up and have a lot of success against this team. Yeah. And so I'm predicting the Aces to win this though. I think it's going to go 5, but I think the Aces will win it. And so yeah, that's my take on it. With with the Liberty are out of it now, so right now I'm just riding. I think the Aces, the way they've been playing this last couple of months, man, I think they're gonna win it all. Even if once they get past Indiana, I think they'll probably meet up with the Lynx. Because who are the Lynx? The Lynx are playing the Mercury. Now that's not gonna be a cakewalk either. That's gonna be a physical series. Half court in the half court, I give the Lynx the advantage in the half court because they have more weapons, and the Lynx can run and they can play the half court game because Nafisa Collier, she can do it all, right? And so I think it's going to be the Lynx playing against the Aces in the for the championship, and then I think I'm not sure if the Aces going to be able to do. I'm sticking with the Aces all the way. I just think this Aces team is just they on a mission, and once they get there, it's gonna be hard to stop them. So that's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to leave a comment. And I will check you all out in the next episode. Peace.